The other day, I was listening to a podcast where the Prime Minister of Norway was explaining about how the Nobel Peace Prize is awarded and how he had nothing to do with it. And he was getting right into the details of that process in order to justify the claims that had been made by Donald Trump around the fraud related to the Nobel Peace Prize. And I was just astounded by how often leaders give away their power, because that's exactly what he did in that moment. He got so distracted by trying to justify himself and fill in the facts and tell us all that he was a good guy that he missed the point, because what was really happening here was Donald Trump was distracting us all from his own behaviour, from the Epstein files, from the terrible incidents that are happening around ICE in America. It was a distraction. And so often I see leaders get sucked into having to justify themselves or thinking they have to justify themselves, when in fact what they need to do is get clear about what is the real issue and to be curious about what is the real issue and what are we seeking a distraction from. It happens so quickly, so easily, and then the power is given away and we have empowered the person who is trying to manipulate us. I see it in workplaces all of the time. So what I would encourage leaders to do is to constantly think, why is this person making this statement or asking this question? Because generally they're not seeking clarification of facts. They're distracting us from the real truth, which is that their behaviour may have contributed to the problem that we're dealing with. I love conversations around truth, because I don't think that we're often talking about the real truth or a truth. I think we're talking about a person's individual truth in that moment, and they're not always the same thing.